Yo, what's up, my guy?
My man, long time no see.
Right.
How's the holidays, man?
Oh,
Good
it was
times?
good, man. It was good. It was
Yeah.
good. How about yourself?
Yeah, same here, man. Got to see a
Yeah,
lot
good.
of family and hang out. It was good, much needed.
Heck yeah, I went up to Bartlesville and visited with my wife's family and everything. Got a little tipsy on New Year's Eve and was feeling pretty good. So it was a
what
good
it's
New
supposed to
Year's
be
Eve
like.
for sure. I didn't even make it to 12 o'clock though. I'm getting old out here. I was like
Hey,
10:30, passed out.
Yeah, we ain't young as we used to be, dog.
Man, can't do it like that no more. But I'll go ahead and let you get into this intro, man. We'll get this show started.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a recap of the Week 17 NFL. A lot of things to go over. We're gonna talk about playoff positions and talk about the games that we saw, and we're gonna touch on Hamlin for sure and that whole situation. So, without further ado, my name is Corey Hilliard. The man next to me, Brandon Hill, aka B Hill. We are the House Divided. If you've been here before, you know what to do. If this is your first time, Mi Casa Su Casa, and of course, B Hill, you got the house rules.
You guys already know what time it is around here at the House Divided, guys. If you're not already, hop down there, join our family, hit that subscribe button. There's also that notification bell right there next to it. Go ahead and tap that as well so you guys can be up to date on all our newest content that we're going to be dropping for y'all as well. If you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing, there's that thumbs up down there. Go ahead and tap that for us as well. That's going to help with the algorithm, get us out there on the platform to where more people are going to be able to view our content. And last but not least, guys, you guys already know the drill. Drop down there in them comment boxes. Good, bad, right, wrong, indifferent. We don't care. We got some thick skin around here at the House Divided, so we just want to hear from you guys. So, as you alluded to, Corey, I would be remiss if we just wouldn't bring this up to start it off. Last night, man, Darren Hamlin, prayers to him and the Hamlin family. You know what I'm saying? That, my gosh, I have never seen anything like that in my life watching football. So, I mean, at first, whenever he hit the guy, and then he got back up, and then he fell back, I was just like, man, maybe it's a concussion or something. You know, I've seen that kind of stuff happen before. But then you've seen the medical team come out there, and they started doing CPR. And then the ambulance came onto the field. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh, man. It's more than football at that point, Corey. It's about this man's life. So he's over there. Last I heard, he was on the ventilator still. It was getting 100% use, and then it got knocked down to 50% use. So I'm hoping that that's good signs and that means he's going to come up out of this thing. And I don't think football is really most of his concern right now. I think he's just worried about getting healthy, you know what I'm saying, and surviving this thing, man, because I've never seen anything like that, Corey. What's your thoughts on this?
Man, I played football for 16 years, 4 in high school, 4 college, 8 in NFL. I've never seen anything like it either. Scary moment. The game of football, it's a violent game. It's scary.
It is.
You never know when it's your turn to get hurt in either kind of way. But you never expect to see someone getting CPR on the field.
No.
And, just the players' reactions, number one, their tears. His mom was at the game. Thank God that she can be with him as he went to the hospital. But it's just all scary. It puts life in perspective, number one, because you really never know, not saying that he passed away or anything. He's still fighting for his life. Right. But you just never know what's going to happen in life, number one. And number two, kind of puts in perspective the game of football and the essence of it. It's just a violent sport. And Absolutely. We all know when you play it at the level I played at, you know what you sign up for, you know the risk, and you roll with that. I always said, people ask me how it was to play in the NFL. You kind of got to be a little thrown off to play football, man. You just got to be wired different. You know what I mean? You gotta be somebody who's just a little bit reckless enough to go out there and go around and just hit people and get up and do it again, play after play after play after play after play. So That's just a sport. That's the nature of the beast. I'm praying for his family, just like I'm sure you have and everybody else have. The outpouring of support. From all accounts, he's a great kid. He had the toy fund going, which went from a goal of $2,000, $2,500, I believe, to now it's above $4 million.
Yeah.
So just seeing people get behind him in that way and support him, that's been awesome. But I guess my biggest thing on it is it's sad, but football is football, bro. That's just what it is. These things are going to happen from time to time. It's scary. But if you told me, knowing that could happen to me one day, would I still not play it? No, I'd still would play.
I would have.
Football's been the best thing outside of my wife and kids and my family that's ever happened to me. And I'll cherish those memories, those relationships. So if you're telling me that could potentially happen to me, would I still sign up for it? Hell yeah. So that's all.
And DeMar Hamlin too. Before that happened,
I think he would.
He would have signed up for it too, just like anybody else that's in the league. I mean, it's literally, you are going out there. They always say it. You're putting your life on the line. Now, granted, we've never seen anything like that to where it's literally that guy has put his life on the line for the game of football. He was doing exactly what he loved. But you know what, though? The prayers are out there. He's going to pull through, man. I have faith. He's going to come out of this thing. And we're going to see number 3 on the field again for the Buffalo Bills. You just wait and see, man. Prayers are real. It's all in God's hands right now, and that's just where we got to leave it from here. So, without further ado, hopping into some of the games that did take place. I mean, let me go ahead and just hop into this one. Just get this right on out the way real quick. The Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers, man. I was talking to one of my buddies before the game, and I was like, man, them Packers ain't about to beat us. It's not like Kirk Cousins is going to throw 3 interceptions or anything. And truth be told, little behold, that son of a gun just threw in 3 interceptions. He looked like classic Kirk Cousins on a dang. It was almost a primetime game because it was the game of the week on CBS. Yeah. I found out, Corey, Tony Romo, and I can't remember the other guy's name. When they called a game, it's all bad. The last game they called for us, it was the Dallas Cowboy game. It's all bad. It's just not a good mixture. Tony Romo, I'm glad that we play in the NFC. I don't think we're going to have to see any CBS games in the playoffs as far as the NFC is concerned. So I don't think I have to sit there and listen to, I think it's Jim Nantz. Isn't that right? Jim Nantz and Tony Romo?
Jim Nantz, yep.
I ain't got to hear them for the rest of the playoffs. Any of that. And it dropped us down to the 3 seed because another game that I want to touch on, we didn't recap or we didn't preview it, but I do want to touch on that game. The 49ers jumped us for that 2 seed. But as a fan, looking at this thing, I think I'd rather be the 3 seed than the 2 seed. And let me explain. I would much rather play a New York Giants football team than the Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers in the first round. Either one of those teams. Give me the New York Giants over either one of those teams. Not only is it because y'all are a division opponent and you guys know us like the back of your hand, just like we know y'all like the back of our hand, but I mean, I'm going to take my chances with the New York Giants and Daniel Jones in the playoffs over an Aaron Rodgers or even a Jared Goff who's made it to the Super Bowl. So give me the New York Giants in the first round. If I'm my Minnesota Vikings, if I'm Kevin O'Connell, I'm resting my starters this last week. I mean, we lost 2 guys on the offensive line. We lost our backup center, Slotman. He's on the IR. And then Brian O'Neill, one of our big-time right tackles, he's on the IR with a calf injury. Yeah. So they went out there and they signed Bobby Evans, old Sooner. So I was kind of happy to see that. I think he's still got a little game left in him. I'm not expecting him to start or anything. And then I can't remember the guy that they signed at center. But it's definitely not injuries that I wanted to see happen this late in the season. You don't want to have 2 of your offensive linemen go down before the playoffs are starting. And, I mean, our offensive line was kind of gelling. They were doing all right. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just, ooh. But Justin Jefferson, he got. I mean, I don't know if it was as much of him getting shut down as it was just Kirk Cousins couldn't throw a ball for save his dang life, man. The dude was 18 for 31, 205, only one touchdown. That one touchdown came in garbage time when it didn't even matter, and 3 interceptions. So that Packers defense, you got to give them credit where credit's due. They came out, man. They were firing on all cylinders. They wanted this football game. And they needed this football game. Now, granted, we're going to talk about this too. The Saints beat the Eagles, and lo and behold, we have a chance possibly to sneak up into the 1 seed. And what do? We freaking blow it. You know what I'm saying? We fumbled the bag. You're absolutely right. So, Aaron Rodgers, he had a subpar good game. But that running attack that they have over there, man, and this will be my last point, that's lethal. Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in that backfield is absolutely lethal. So,
yeah.
But Jair Alexander did not shut down Justin Jefferson, so I'm tired of people saying that. There was a bracket coverage, there was double coverage the whole entire game. They did not one time put him single coverage on Justin Jefferson because you don't do that. But give credit where credit's due. They shut him down. He didn't get any. He had one catch for 15 yards, so it's definitely his worst game of the season. So, I'll pass this on to you.
You know who shut down Jay Jetta? Kirk Cousins did. Kirk Cousins shut down Justin Jefferson, man.
100%.
He's the one that and all y'all losses, and you have to correct me if I'm wrong, you know better than I do. I think in all y'all losses, they've all been double-digit defeats.
Yep.
So when you guys lose, man, y'all lose big. I think the loss to the Lions was like 11 points.
It was.
The Dallas loss 40-3. The loss to the Eagles 24-7, and then this one. So, I mean, when you guys are out of it, and usually what happens in those games is Kirk Cousins gets frazzled. If you shut down Kirk Cousins, the whole offense is shut down, right? So the key to beating y'all is not letting him get started and have one of these 400-yard passing days. But I think I predicted, I picked the Packers in our preview show.
You did.
I just felt like they wanted it more. They needed it more. You guys had already wrapped up the division. You're already in the playoffs. I told you if y'all had a killer instinct, you'd win this game because there was a chance that the Eagles might lose. And lo and behold, just like you said, they lost. Y'all had a chance to step up and at least tie it, all right, and then have something in Week 18 to look forward to and get the 1 seed. Not only did that not happen, now you're in the 3 seed. Y'all just played a close game with the Giants, but I believe
it was on Christmas Eve. It was on
Christmas Eve. So,
yep.
I mean, the game-winning field goal as time expired is how y'all won that one. I don't know, man. I don't know. People are starting to call y'all fraudulent. I don't think y'all are fraudulent. I think if I had to pick that game today, I'd pick y'all to beat the Giants. But going up to San Francisco is going to be a tough task. So.
If we go to San Francisco, that's not
if you get
it's not a given. It's not a given.
Right.
It's not a given.
Right.
I mean, but I think San Francisco would be licking its chops if they got Packers in the first round because they have absolutely owned them boys and Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs in recent years. So just Corey as a Detroit Lions guy, go beat them greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, man. Don't let Aaron Rodgers get in this postseason. Because if you stop and you really think about it, who's a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers in the NFC playoffs right now?
Only one would be Tom Brady.
I mean, yeah, but you see
Tom
what
Brady balled out. You see what I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Who are you putting your money on right now? You putting it on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers because it's a team game, or are you going to go with the Green Bay? That Green Bay Packers defense looks real. They're playing good ball right now. I mean, hey, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. Tom Brady's going to have to get by the Dallas Cowboys in that first game. That'll be a very interesting game as well in that playoffs.
Yeah.
So the playoffs are right around the corner, my friend. It's going to be very, very interesting. Anything else you want to touch on in this game before we hop into this next one?
Nope.
All right, this next one. Got to give your Saints some love here, man.
Oh.
Y'all pulled up into Philly. The Gardner Minshew-led Philadelphia Eagles took a back-to-back L. They lost 2 in a row to the New Orleans Saints. Andy Dalton didn't have a spectacular game. I mean, y'all's defense just came to play. You did what you were supposed to do. You shut down the second-string quarterback, and you made Philadelphia one-dimensional, and you didn't allow their run game to get going. I mean, that's the keys to success right there. I think if Jalen Hurts would have played in this game, I think me and you can both agree they would have probably won. I don't know who it was at the beginning of the season. Taking Jalen Hurts off that team, there was some people that was saying Gardner Minshew, they're still going to put up points. Everything else are going to be just fine. Taking Jalen Hurts off them Eagles, man, they are a totally different football team. And that's why I've got him as my MVP minus these 2 games that he's missed. If he didn't miss these games, he's the MVP, man, because they have utterly looked ridiculous since they have not had Jalen Hurts, in my opinion.
To me, him missing these 2 games has strengthened his MVP case. You see how important he is to that team, man.
I could see that.
That was the number 1 team in the NFL record-wise until he got hurt.
And they've lost 2 in a row.
There's a chance that Dallas can still get the 1 seed if they lose again. Now, the Giants don't have anything to play for. That's who they're playing. But totally different team without Jalen Hurts. Totally different. He doesn't turn the ball over like Minshew does. He adds to the run game. The run game is totally different when Jalen Hurts plays because you got to be worried about the read option, the RPOs, him pulling it down and scrambling when things break down in the drop back in the pocket. So it's a whole totally different element. So, the Saints just caught him at a bad time. We'll see if he plays this week, man. But there's a lot riding on this last week for them. They got to win this game if they want to keep that 1 seed.
I think that they're going to win the game. I think you're going to see New York, like you said. I don't think they can move up in the standings. So they're pretty much
the 6th seed.
Okay, so they're I see them resting their starters, man. They're not going to put Saquon Barkley out there, Daniel Jones, and all that. They might get him a couple series and then pull him kind of like a preseason game. But the Eagles, if Jalen Hurts is healthy, I believe he'll play. I believe they're going to try to win that game because they have to win the game to lock up that 1 seed. If they don't, and then Dallas, now granted, Dallas is playing the Commanders. The Commanders have a lot to play for, if I'm not mistaken. If they have a couple things.
They're eliminated. They're done.
Are you sure?
They're 100% done, yeah.
Okay.
There's no way they can make it.
Okay, fair enough. So it's between the Packers and the Lions then. That's what it's all coming down to for that final playoff
It's coming down to the
spot.
Seahawks, too. The Seahawks have something to say about it, too, B. So here's what happens. The Seahawks play the Rams. If the Seahawks win and the Packers lose to the Lions, the Seahawks are in.
Okay.
Packers have the easiest course because all the Packers have to do is beat the Lions and they're in. The Lions need to win and they need the Rams to beat the Seahawks for the Lions to get in. Now here's something that just came out today it's pretty funny. Matt Stafford just got cleared to play. And his wife tweeted out that he's going to play and he's going to do everything in his power
to try and help the Lions.
The Lions get into the playoffs. So he's going to play against the Seahawks.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And if they can beat the Seahawks and the Lions beat the Packers, the Lions get in.
Is he going to play, though? I mean, because honestly...
He came out and said he's going to do everything in his power to help the Lions get to the playoffs. So I'm thinking he's going to play. He's cleared. He's medically cleared to go.
Yeah, but do you start him over Baker Mayfield right now? Because, I mean, let's be honest, Baker